Joel, drum and roll.
No time to stop. Every update, every tweak. coreSTORE's getting strong each week. coreSTORE's growing, getting bright. Keeping your business running tight. Stay tuned in, don't miss a beat. Your success, it's our feet.
Hey guys, how are you doing?
Doing well. How are you, Joel?
Oh,
I'm great. How are you guys out there? Thank you so much for joining us. Thanks for. Hey, I was mentioning to Oki earlier. It is so cool when you guys show up and you just start commenting, and it's such a good feeling. Like we're part of a community here.
Community.
Not the commie kind of community, but you know, the all American kind of community. We're just neighbors helping neighbors, and I'm so excited about this. So today we're going to be talking about coreSTORE.
I'm glad you got that right. I'm glad you got that right, Joel. Yeah, today's coreSTORE day, and I was a little late on the update notes, guys. We were traveling last week, and I pushed those out this morning, but we're going to go over those today with everyone. And then I believe next week we're going to have both updates going out.
Yeah. So Core Force was supposed to release last night, but QA said, no, hold on. We still got some other stuff. We found some stuff. So they're going through some more testing this week, and then we'll do a release next week. And so next week it'll be a good one.
Excellent.
Awesome. We've also got next week another that we're not mentioning too much detail. So you guys, if you already know, please don't say anything. But we've got a really cool webinar coming up where we're going to show you how just in a few clicks you can really take in some consignments, maybe get rid of some stagnant inventory, and have somebody else take care of that for you, man. I mean, it's the lowest of low hanging fruit in your shop, and it's a no-brainer in regards to using it. However, we do have a giveaway. It's a Sericam S17, but you have to be present to win. So we'll be announcing that during the webinar. So if we call your name and you don't raise your hand, we got to move on to the next winner. So there you go. But cool. I think also let's cover this one thing. Next week, literally next week, we'll be getting ready for a show, correct?
Yeah,
that is correct.
Yeah.
Colt, why don't you tell us about the show?
So not next week. We'll be getting ready for it next week, but week after next, June 16th, 17th, and 18th, we will be here at the Rendezvous on the Red for Sports South. Finally, people are coming to us, Joel, and get to taste of this southern heat that we've been dealing with. I stepped outside yesterday and got drenched, not because it was raining, but because it was so hot, and it was only like 82, which doesn't sound hot to a lot of people. But that humidity just slaps you in the face. It really
does. It's the humidity. It can be 60 degrees. If it's humid, you're sweating.
I've never been, so I'm excited to see your homeland, guys, and hopefully everything works out well, and I don't drown in sweat, I guess.
Tony Compliance says, don't talk to me about heat. hey, man, it's a dry heat. Trust me. I lived in that heat for a long time. I was actually a Marine in that heat. It ain't that bad. This is bad. This is like Persian Gulf heat right here.
Oh man,
it's bad.
Kenneth, we look forward to seeing you out there.
Yeah, well, I'll be out there. We have a booth. I think we're even hopefully planning on doing a dinner. We'll have all those down details sometimes this week and everything as well. So I'm excited for it.
I think it's going to be a really good time. Yeah, and I think honestly, Sports South is going to be a banger of a show. I mean, they've gone all out. It's going to be rather large, and I think it's going to be
win some cool stuff too.
Dude, you told me two Denali truck giveaways. Somebody also told me that they're like giving away like I think a boat and mules
and stuff,
all kinds of stuff. And they're supposed to have possibly the largest crawfish bowl in the history of crawfish bowls. So that's what I'm most excited about.
I've never had.
I'm here and I am not a fan of crawfish. I'll eat them, but it's like I don't get the whole. It's like you guys are in a cult. Like, what do you?
Yeah,
I don't get it.
we meet every Thursday at 2 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, it's
Oh
definitely a real thing. So
no, but you do have to do it at least once. You got to experience a really deep South Louisiana crawfish boil at
Well,
least once in your life.
Colt stopped me up here because the local grocery store had crawfish boil bags, and he's like, "That's not even the real thing." So I didn't even want to try it. I'll wait till have the authentic crawfish
Yeah,
boil down there.
that's a big bag of lies, is what that is.
Oh,
Jeez. So
all right.
anyway, I'm sure people aren't here to listen about crawfish boils and the parties that we're going to have in the next couple of weeks. I think they're here for a core store.
all right. Well, let's hop into some release notes. We'll start with the enhancements that we've released here in the last update. If you'd like to share my screen, Joel. Um, so the first thing, we have added an ability for our dealers to reopen 4473s that may have been manually closed or invalidated by accident using that three dot menu. I want you to keep in mind that it's restricted, if it was invalidated by any disqualifying questions or over the 30-day expiration limit, this option is not going to work for you. But I'm trying to click on the stream screen to go to the menus. I'm glad no one could see that. I should have just been quiet.
And that's why I do it.
All right, so if we go under FFL and then manage 4473, quite simple to find. You can see I have an invalid 4473 here. It's just in the three dot menu. We have the reopen 4473 option now, and this is going to go ahead and allow you to reopen that form. Very straightforward, very simple for you guys. A nice little option there because sometimes employees make mistakes. Sometimes I'm clicking around too fast and I may accidentally close a 4473. We want to give you the ability to save your own butt, not do extra work, but we also have to be conscious of, staying compliant. So that's why if it is invalidated legitly by the disqualifying questions, etc., we're not going to be able to reopen that. Next on our list, oh, now I don't know where I put my notes here. Subscriptions with CoreClear. I don't know how many people are using just the subscription side in CoreStore. Most of our clients are managing their subscriptions in tandem with CoreForce, but I do know there's a few customers out there that maybe don't do online memberships, range reservations, that kind of stuff, and are simply maybe you're selling a subscription inside of CoreStore for just a buyer's group. If we take a look here under our sales and subscriptions, we can see that we now we list all the subscriptions, but we've added the ability to go in and edit that reoccurring payment for you guys and change the next payment due date. Previously, we didn't have the level of customization on the interval, so the payment date always started the same time every month. Now you can change the interval. It can be monthly on the day of initialization. This has been in here for a little while, but you also have the ability to change the next payment date. Um, to keep it secure and safe for everyone, we've also added a user permission that handles this. So under your company and employees, if you go under, and I'm going to use old John Doe here, if you go under your employee permission and access and under customers, we have put in the allow changing next payment date. So if you guys are using subscriptions and need that ability, you'll have to make sure that your user is enabled to do that. And thank you, Tony. The reopen feature is also a permission. I'm sure that's under FFL here. And yep, reopen 4473. Thank you for catching that. I'm glad you're quick on the draw, Tony. So with those two new features, keep in mind your users will have to have a permission. That way you can lock that down to just your management if that's what you guys are looking for. Next up, oh, this is a good one. People have been asking for this for a while. I don't know who all is using assemblies in the chat right now, but we now have a component pick list for you guys. And I actually believe Mr. Tony Compliance put this in as a request for us. So if we take a look here underneath our inventory and then assemble builds, this is where you'll see your in progress. So if you need to, oh, hey, what components go into this? Well, let's go ahead. You just check the box here and you go ahead and print the pick list. And you guys can't see that. Let me cancel this here and share this tab. So it'll give you just a nice little pick list with the barcode, the total quantity needed. If there is a bin location, if you're using the binning system, you'll be able to locate that real quickly. I think this is a big thing for usability in the software. I know we have some bigger manufacturers that are obviously assembling their firearms and having to do manual pick lists or take a screenshot of what goes in that build. Now the system's just going to automatically generate that for you based off your build list. Next up, we have some item kit changes, and I'll cover both of these right now. I know the other one's a little farther down. So one thing, let's just make sure I have some item kits here, and I want to let's take a look. Okay, we do have a couple items in here. So I'll show you. Basically, we added an item setting to where you can either show every single component of the item kit on the list on your sales receipt, or you can show just the item kit name itself. So I'll get into that setting, but we also, for you folks that are pushing item kits up online, we have added the list price function to the item kits. So those will carry over to CoreForce for us. So you can have a list price and a selling price and show that they are getting, a bundled deal from you guys for buying this kit.
That's
Um,
nice.
so now if we go ahead, so that's that first setting, and I just want to grab this item kit number here to show you. We go into sales, new sale. Oh man. All right. Okay, I'm in beta. Let's see, we'll just use this default one. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, save. All right. So if I go ahead and put this test item kit in here. What? All right, let me find a better one.
We can edit that out.
Oh, hey, yeah, can we go back and edit that? I'm not sure what is a good working item kit for us though. Inventory item kits. We'll do kit 4. Let's check this. All right, let's try this again. Sorry, everyone. All right, so now you can see with selecting one item kit, we're showing both items there. Now, this will also print both items on the sales screen or on the sales receipt for us. So let's go ahead and add that payment. Cash, add payment, and we'll complete that sale. So that's going to go ahead and just show us, okay, and just show us the two item kits here, or the two items in that item kit. Now, the new setting we've added under company settings, and we can go ahead and just either search item kits, or we can go ahead and go back to, let's see here. Right, so if I type in item kits and look under items, we have show the item kit name instead of the component item. So with this checked, now when we go ahead and we run through that sale, it's going to basically condense that for us, keep your screen cleaner, keep your receipts cleaner. So we go ahead and throw kit 4 in there now. We do 1, and it's going to go ahead and, oh, let me just throw a birthday in here. It's just going to show us the test kit accessory. So it's going to consolidate that, keep your sales screen cleaner, keep your receipt cleaner. Now, one thing that I really like about that is you don't need to show your customers each individual component. Maybe you just want to show them the completed kit so they're not seeing where you're making your margin off those individual items, because we know sometimes when you're bundling item kits, you are discounting one component more because there's a higher margin. So that's kind of the thinking there. Keep that cleaner. Just consolidate that for you and your users. Next up, oh, this one drove me crazy, and I hope a lot of people are happy about this. If you remember, whenever you would go into your customers and you would create a new customer, um, what would happen when you save this? I'm sure there's some more. A similar customer already exists. Do you want to continue? Okay. What would you like to do next? Now you can either return to the customer screen or continue editing this customer. Previously, no matter what, when you hit save, if you were just in here and you put in some information, you were going to come back, it would kick you back into the customer screen out of the record. Now it reacts more like more like the inventory screen. So I think that's a big change for me in workflow wise personally, um, because I do get up and go do something else when I'm partway through it, and I don't want to have to go back and try to find that record or remember how far I got. So just a little quality of life buff for us.
Really
Um,
nice.
yeah, yeah. The transfer assistant, we've added a bin and location enhancement to that. So not sure, this is mainly used for our multi locations, but under our transfers and transfer assistant, we have now added bin location for the sort order type. So you can simply, um, you know, go through your transfers, organize that bin location for easier picking out of the warehouse to, fulfill this transfer request for your other location. Let's see. Another update that we have pushed out is the update sales price and disposition. So now when you are selling a firearm from the sales screen, whatever your sales price is on the sales screen, that is going to come back over to the selling price in your bound book underneath the destroyed, disposed. So underneath your disposition information, you should have, or is it on tab one? Tab one. Yes, your sales price here. This sales price will now be updated based off of the linked point of sale ID and the selling price at the time of the sale. So previously, the sales price was just used. Basically, this was how it was acquired. When it was acquired, what was the sales price established for that item? Now it's going to update your bound book record based off the point of sale selling price at that time. Um, let's see. Detailed sales reports. The next thing up, we've added a couple filters for you guys on our detailed sales reports. So if we take a look under reports, and then scroll down here to sales. Under our detailed reports, we have added the ability to run a detailed report by your item tags and your serialized items only. So no more do you have to break this down by, category and try to filter out the serial numbers. If you run this strictly just for serial numbers, it's going to go ahead and find your serialized products, which I don't have any in beta. Oh, I didn't run any sales today. So bad example for me to show you, but that's been a big request for a while because you've had to go in and basically run that by category of firearms, etc. But we also know sometimes items will be miscategorized, and that's more work for you guys. So now you can simply, anything that is flagged as a item has serial number and it's been sold, it will pull in on that report for you. We've added some more ATF mode restrictions to the program. So your ATF user, there's now more restrictions on that user. So they are only seeing the components of the program that they need to for their audit. That is all for the enhancements. And next is just a little list of some bug fixes. Um, we had some issues with events not working with the price rules. We have resolved those issues. So now inside of coreSTORE, with your events, the price rules should be discounting correctly. Um, we've also fixed a bug that was not allowing us to return multiple consignments at one time. We've corrected the buy one, get one price rule where BOGO promotions were not being applied as expected. Variations, once again, are now showing correctly in the transfer assistant. Um, the system now correctly avoids overwriting your price tiers if they are not defined as a user type. And we've seen that with some of our, some of our ranges have price tiers set up for their members, but inside of, coreSTORE, they had additional tiers that were not tied to a user type. Well, now you can have the mix match of those, so you can have just plain tiers inside a coreSTORE that aren't tied to your core force type, and we don't have to worry about those getting overwritten. There was some issues where we could not complete a sale with an amount due for positive exchanges. That bug has been corrected. Um, and another issue we were running into were doing empty range lanes from previous sales. So we addressed a bug causing a save sale to populate when emptying a range. So that has been corrected. And then the last thing on my list is, I don't know. I mean, this one's pretty big. We added Yugoslavia as a country that's available in coreSTORE. but that's it
What are
for.
you laughing at? You have no idea how many people have been requesting that.
I really don't. I
I've
really
been getting
don't.
it nonstop.
It's a big deal, Josh.
I'm sorry.
Yugoslavia is huge.
My
Now
gosh,
I
man.
have to see because I really don't know how big Yugoslavia is.
Hey, so real quick, trivia.
1.6 million people.
Quick trivia. And you guys on the call here, don't answer it. What is the vehicle that Yugoslavia is known for? Share it in the comments. What else you got, Josh?
I was looking up what car it was.
David,
Do
you
you
got
remember?
it.
Hey,
You
boom.
go. Oh, good to go,
Um,
Rich.
all right. So as far as the notes, that's all I have right now. I'm just gonna take Carter has a question here. Oh, actually, I got to scroll up a little bit.
Did
Is
you
this
mean
one
to
you were
share
looking
that?
at?
Oh, okay. Let's go up to the R&R tactical one. Wish you could see live inventory while creating assembly build to ensure the item is stock. That is a feature request we have in there to be able to see the current inventory values for the components you're picking. And yeah, I completely agree. Being able to have that right on the screen would be very beneficial for anyone that's doing any kind of manufacturing. Um, Next up, I see this constantly. Rarely see a match becomes a cry wolf thing. I see that similar customer exists constantly. Rarely see a match becomes a cry wolf thing and is now ignored. It would be great if we had a better matching or validation before that comes up. Yeah, and I'm not sure how that works, Dean. If it's just doing a wildcard search and partially, I'm sure I had when I did that. I'm sure I have a customer that's called test one, test two, test three, and I just threw test in there. Um, we'll have to talk to Matt and the programming team, see what the logic is on that side. If it'd be more of a direct match or wild card. Um, Carter, what is the progress on guns.com? Well, in my update notes, I did not include there was some new changes for guns.com that we were finalizing. So I would say that that's ready to go. It is a subscription. When you click on the guns.com channel here, I'll go ahead and show you real quick under channels. Oh, actually, I won't get it, but there is the guns.com. And yep, here you go. You'll be able to sign up and you'll be able to add the guns.com coreSTORE integration right there and enable that. So that is the few changes we threw out here in the last couple of weeks. We do have and maybe Carter, I would say wait one more week. We have a handful of channels changes coming next week too. So that's going to go ahead and help update our under our inventory items. We have some changes coming to the this update items for update channel items program. So right here you can see the guns.com. You can go ahead and export inventory to create the new listings. So these are some of the new changes that we've put in this week. There's also going to be a little filter over here, I believe. Let's see. Location margin. Oh, there's just so many. So many. And maybe that one's not in here, but there was going to be a show, if it's on a guns.com listing, it's going to be a yes or no, much like you see is e-commerce item.
Oh, it's already on there.
Oh, you saw it? I didn't see that.
No, clear you've already got it in your columns.
Oh, okay.
Guns.com active.
All right, there we go, guys. Yep, so right there, guns.com active, yes or no. So you'll be able to quickly see, okay, this is an active listing on guns.com for you guys. So those changes were pushed in this last update. We're going to have a handful more, mass update channel changes coming out next week. Oh, let's see. Can we do bin locations for parts that are included with the gun? So if I sell a gun, I would like a quicker way to build a track down where the box and extra magazines are. Yeah, I mean, Phil, you could definitely use bins in the system for your components. It doesn't have to be the completed item. I'm assuming that's what you mean. You want to go throw your magazines in bin C7 in the back. Yes, you can throw the bin number on there, and search that inventory item and easily identify what bin that is located in. R&R Tactical. Hey, Rich. How do you shut off a sales tax on a purchase of a used firearm from a customer? I wonder if you are you saying it's taxing the purchase when it comes in? I'm guessing. But I think we have a setting for tax on trade-ins and purchases. Otherwise, the other way you could do it, Rich, is on the sale itself. There is the taxable line. You can go ahead and remove that tax there. But let's see, tax. Calculate tax on receiving. Okay, so we have tax when selling a trade-in and tax when trading in. So I'm gonna have to know. Okay, yes, it's taxes the purchase of a used gun. Let me double check on that one for you because you're purchasing from the customer. Okay. Yes, but if we do a trade-in, then we need to sell tax. Hey, Rich, can you shoot me over an email with what you're looking for that functionality? So I can. Okay, excellent. I want to sound intelligent. I want to be able to read the use case scenario for it.
That's the most important one. You need to read it. What car took wind gust under it, blew up, and over the Mackinac Bridge in Michigan? Also you go. Isn't this fun, guys?
Oh man.
Thanks, David. That's really good. That's some good trivia.
Hey, John, is there a link from coreSTORE direct to the CoreForce backend? Yeah, I mean, what I normally do, there's a couple ways you can do this. So if you're looking at an inventory item, and I'm sorry, guys, my internet has just been absolutely horrible today.
Mine has too.
But if you're looking at an item that's flagged as e-commerce, this is an easy way to get there. You can go ahead and just click right on the e-commerce ID here under the item. That will take you directly to the back end of your CoreForce site to that product. Another way, if you don't know your URL, under company settings, you can go ahead and go to e-commerce platform. I'm gonna have to upgrade. Need Starlink, I think. So if you go to your CoreForce settings right here, this will be the URL, and you just add admin-menu to the end of this part right here.
Say that one more time, really slow.
One more time, really slow. But right here, if you go under company settings and then go to CoreForce settings, yes, /admin menu.
Thank you.
You'll copy everything before the .com and then add /admin at the end.
Thank you, Colt English. That's awesome. And
Is it?
thank you, Oki, for your snide remark. Um,
I have to compete with you sometimes.
I know.
All right, Kurt over at Battle Arms. Is it better to manage your customer tier types in coreSTORE or in the Gorilla database? Do these databases for customer tier types talk and sync with each other? So the customer tier types get managed in coreSTORE and CoreForce. Gorilla, it's more of a tag. So these really don't talk and sync with each other unless you are tagging those, using a tag on the customer itself to notate, this is a you know, an elite member, a private, a silver member. Um, so technically, you're managing the customer tier types in coreSTORE. In Gorilla, I believe they are just customer tags, and maybe that's something we need wits on here to you know to go over how Gorilla how that information flows back and forth because I am under the assumption that that is just a customer tag itself. Is that a Roland asks that a monthly subscription for guns.com? Yes, that is a monthly subscription fee for guns.com. Ashley agreed on the bad customer match. It gets ignored. It's hard to blame the guys for ignoring it. Yeah, I can see where that would cause, could cause issues because if that's popping up every time you enter a customer and there's really not a match, like you said, it's kind of a cry wolf and you just go through it. But then you could, actually duplicate customers too. So we'll have to take a look deeper at the logic there if you guys are having issues with that. Uh,
Hey,
hey, hey, Rich. All right. The next one we have is since it's already on P&O, can we add some lines to the printout after the PO and receiving? Bound book number, the suspended sale it's associated with. Oh, okay. So that Kenneth, that would be a great feature request. I think I know what you're saying on the printout when you receive it, getting that log number associated with if it was customer's order saying, hey, this is special order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the data log type. Oh, and you're bringing that up. I think I missed something. Oh yeah, I did. What? I'm sorry, guys. There was one more thing I wanted to show. Um, as far as enhancement. So under fulfillment dashboard, and Kurt, this goes out to you guys over at Battle Arms. I know Angela's been waiting for this over there. So if you go in and you check the item here, are we ship? Actually, we're gonna ship this. When you are in your, oh gosh, now hold on, ship, fulfill. Oh, I've already fulfilled that. Let me edit it. All right. So when you're fulfilling and you get to the print packing slip, you have the option now. As you know, you can partially fulfill your orders, but you can exclude fulfilled items now on that packing list, so you don't have to go through everything. So if you had 100 items on this packing slip, 50 of them have been shipped. It's only going to show the 50 you have to pick, so you don't have to go through all 100 items again and find the packing slips that you weren't, or sorry, the items that you have already shipped. If that makes sense. So that's a nice little feature. Um, going to make it easier for your packing and shipping guys, so they don't have to go through every item line at a time. They can just exclude the previous shipped items, and then they'll have their list of the products that they need to pick to finish out this order. All right, that's all I have on that. I don't know how I missed that one. I must have just read right over that one. Oh, and yeah, Kurt, the PO that is coming. That will be in Tuesday's update. Can the PO number be put on the packing list? It will. Yes, it will put the PO number on the packing list, and that will be in next Tuesday's update. Once again, that was another suggestion from you guys over at Battle Arms. So you'll be seeing that here.
Wow. Colt, I would like for you to take notes on the proper way to fly through an update live. Okie,
That was
Okie,
beautiful.
there's got to be people out there calling the police because you literally murdered that thing. You have I need like 5 miles of crime
Oh
scene
no,
tape.
Tony's calling me
See,
out.
when I finish early, you're like, "Oh no, you got to keep going."
I like
You
Okie.
you talk too fast.
I like Okie. Hey, Tony, compliance. I will be honest with you. After I said it's not bad, I will tell you this quick story from my time in the service. We did our raid training in I think you call it Gila Bend, Arizona. If you're a Marine, it's Gila Bend. And we flew in on C-130s. As soon as we got off, I was like, my gosh, this is the hottest I've ever been. And then we went into the prop wash right behind the engines, and it was cooler than the ambient temperature. So a jet engine actually acted as a air conditioner. So I'm sorry, Tony. You're right. It is freaking hot out there, and I won't call you out again. So we had some more stuff pop up.
Yeah, it looks like Oki missed a couple of things. He's just skipping.
Wow.
That's why he got through so fast. He just skipped over a bunch of stuff.
Oh no. If
Holding
I
out on us.
what
Golly. Everybody just called you out,
oh
Okie.
man.
Okie, I'm still on your side. You did great. So what were the other things?
There is a recover button for lost or stolen firearms that will reacquire recovered firearms. So I believe I seen that in there. Oh, sorry.
I believe I saw it in there.
Don't be so hard
No,
on him. Cole.
now I got it. Now I got to go look through the development notes. Tony, lost or stolen? Oh, yep, right here. Recover record in the top right-hand corner. Thank you, Tony.
Appreciate you, Tony. And there's another one.
What was the other one?
Last 12 count and bound book tiles to show numbers for the last 12 months.
Okay, so I don't even know what that means, Tony.
So that means that the last 12 count in the bound book tiles to show the numbers for the last 12 months. That's what that is. It's
Is a
something
common
that
request
ATF's
from
common
ATF.
Yeah, it's
requested,
common.
Commonly requested from
Yeah.
the alcohol, tobacco, and firearms.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, thank you. This whole time I know what the ATF stood for, and it's been too long that I just didn't want to ask again, and scared to ask.
It took me a while too.
Oh, what's
All right,
next here? What is the best way to enter a law enforcement organization as a customer to purchase a firearm and make sure everything flows to the bound book correctly? I mean, I would add them as a customer in the system, but I guess I don't. What's different between law enforcement? I mean, they're approved to purchase a firearm. Are you talking about the? Oh, I see. The customer info requires a first name. Okay. Okay. So this is always something that I've kind of thought about too, because I think maybe we would need, because the LEO is going to have to be a customer, so it flows through his name. And yes, they don't have an FFL. No 4473 is needed. You can also thinking here. Because they're auto approved. I guess why wouldn't you want the individual LEO as a customer? Do you want to show the purchase underneath? I guess, we'll say Dubuque Police Department. Okay, but in this instance, the organization is purchasing firearms, not an individual officer. So does that get disposed then? I guess we are working on it from the supplier field. Okay. Okay, Tony, that's something that's coming. We're going to have a selling direct to an agency using the supplier field.
Yeah, you did skip one earlier, by the way. So you're done with that one.
Okay. Yeah, Tony, if I can get some document on that to send over to Patrick. Okay, how I create the agency as a customer is to put the city as the first name. Okay. All right. Patrick, we'll get that document put into our knowledge base articles, and we'll send over a link to you for it. Okay, cool. Okay, so that's something that's coming up here. What else did I mess up there?
Kevin asked this question: how can we print the product IDs, coreSTORE, product code, CoreForce on the packing slip?
I don't think we show both. How can we put the product ID and the product code on the CoreForce? Oh, so this is on the CoreForce packing slip? It's mostly used inventory. Let's see here. Create customers when added, CoreForce updated.
Even if you're using used, you could still use UPC codes and then have like underscore use or some code or something after it too. But they're just saying,
Yeah,
because
so it's
basically they were just wanting the coreSTORE product ID on the packing slip for CoreForce.
yeah, so that'd be something that we would have to transmit as far, I mean, we transmit the product to, no, we
Yeah,
don't. Oh, let me see.
we probably already do, but we're just not putting it on the packing slip. I
Yeah.
don't know if that's been requested before or not. So
Okay. Yeah, that'd be something, Kevin. Let's throw that in as a feature request for us, and we'll see if we can't do that. Okay, so I missed that one. Phil had another one. Is there a way to print labels for individual firearms? I have some fancy high points, but it shop upcharge. I don't want it to change on the website. Okay, so you basically want to print a tag and change what the pricing says on it, and not have that change reflect on the website. Um, from what I know, especially with firearms, I mean, we're using the pricing from the inventory record here to send up, not the pricing for the individual serial numbers. So if you go into your bound book and print that price, you should be able to use the sale price inside, from the bound book record.
You're
If
not
that makes
sharing
sense.
your screen right now, right?
No.
Okay,
Nope,
just
sorry.
making sure.
All right. Just change it in store. When I look up serial number, just no way to print labels from it. Yeah, you should be able to go under the fill under the bound book here, and you can print your labels for the actual bound book serial number itself, whereas printing labels from inventory is for the inventory record. So you should be able to print those individual labels here. If that's something we need to go over further, we can set up some time with Kobe to go over setting up your labels. Let's see. All right. When you sort the dispose date in the bound book, it shows the very first item that was disposed in 6/3/25 instead of the very last item that was disposed. Okay, so I see what you're saying. Um, so it's putting them in order during the day. But it should be the latest one and work its way backwards, but it's sorting it by date and then it's sorting it by the earliest number. I'll click the header again, both ways. But I think what he's saying, Okay, yeah. What Kenneth is saying, Tony, is it does sort both ways, but if it's, if this one was disposed at 12:46, this one was disposed at, 11, that should be the order, but it's showing the earliest one in the day and when it was disposed. Okay. Yeah, we'll have to
Would you
take a look.
sort? Isn't there an ID column you could sort by?
Yeah, item ID.
I
But
would
at the same,
always, because that
but
would
at,
get the most recent one on top, right?
I think it only uses one filter at a time. It's not in tandem like that.
Well, right, but what I'm saying is, I know at least on the Core Force side, what I always recommend people if they want their latest orders to show at the top,
Hmm.
sort by the ID, because the ID is no matter the time, it's going to be the most recent one at the
Oh,
top.
yeah, that'd be the ID over here, the bound book ID itself, not the item ID.
You're
So
not
yeah.
sharing your screen,
Well,
by the way.
Oh,
Just making
dang it.
sure you knew that.
Thanks,
well, I'm
Joel.
not sure if it would work in this case if it's unless it's a dispose ID or something like that. Um,
Yeah, so right here, the ID itself.
yeah, but is that going to be accurate based on
Yeah, see what happens though. Like if you do the status, and I mean, you could probably, I could filter this by
fixed
disposed.
say filter by dispose? But that's not going to. It's not going to dispose. It's not going to sort it by the dispose date that way. So it's not. That's not going to help any.
Okay, sorting disposal mixed up the ID, but if we just show just disposed items as the status,
It's still not going to work. Because that's the bound book ID. That's not the disposed ID. Like, there's
oh
not an
yeah, I
ID
see
for
what
the
you're saying.
disposed.
That's the first. Yeah, I get you. That's the log number. So okay. Carter, with multiple locations on that, I believe that's just a flat fee for the channel, the $99. I don't think it's $99 per location. Now, if you had to run two separate guns.com integrations because they're two separate, they're two separate accounts for you on guns.com, I'll have to check into that. That's going to require two channels because you're going to be linked up to two different accounts. All right.
I was literally about to click, and then Joel takes it. I just can't help myself. I'm just here to throw Joel off. That's all I'm doing.
Okay, and just so you guys know, the customer um matching, that this is our first iteration. Guess we have some of the programmers watching. Um, there's going to be a scoring system to determine if it's a match or not. So in the next iteration coming, this is something that is being actively worked on for us.
Nice.
All right, that is all I got right now, guys.
Awesome.
Unless Tony can find something I missed.
Yeah, go ahead, Tony. It's not hot enough out there for him yet.
Joel, you know what we need? We need like a soundboard for like different sounds to hit. Like whenever Oki knocks it out the park, you hear a baseball bat hit.
I wanted that, and then confetti on the screen, and I wanted all kinds of different stuff. I got really distracted during this session. Tony blessed you. LOL. I think you got it.
Oh,
Thank you, Tony.
Well, ladies and gentlemen,
did we miss
Oh.
Kenneth?
Any way to get the bound book number on the fulfillment labels? That would have to be a setting. I don't see any settings in there currently to put the log number on there. So that'd have to be another feature request for us, Kenneth. I mean, and that's how we get all these great features to help people, though, is we need your guys' input. We need you guys to rally together and vote on what's going to make everyone's life easier too. So keep using the feedback system, and let's keep making this the best firearm compliance software out there for our users, our dealers.
awesome. Good job, Oki.
Yay.
Man, I think this has been one of our best. Definitely a lot better than the other guy.
I'm right here.
No, seriously, you got me to thinking because somebody started speaking my language. So I'm going to share this link. If you guys are using ChatGPT for anything, here's a link to a prompt. I mean, a prompt genius. So you can literally be as slow and dumb as you want, and it should be able to pick up what you're wanting, especially if you're using it in your account because it's got memory across all of your chat. So give that a try. That's going to be freaking awesome.
Nice.
Yep. Anyone else?
Everyone paying the main balance on the
Air when paying remaining
main
balance. Okay.
Kenneth, is that the thing where it like goes by like 1 cent left remaining or something like that?
And that's
It
payments
feels
on
vaguely familiar.
yeah, that's payments on his site for layaways
Feedback request.
on CoreForce.
Yep. Okay. 1 cent. Yeah. I thought. Okay. Yeah, I'll follow up on that, Kenneth. I thought that was already taking care of us, but taking care of it. Okay.
No
No, this
problem.
is great.
Awesome. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Kenneth. Thank you.
Thank you,
Man,
everyone.
it's been like, for real, this has been like a really, all of these update live streams are always awesome because of our awesome users out there.
I tell you what, I wouldn't know half of these features existed if we didn't do this every week, you know, and have to go through the update notes.
He's lying. I gotta cut him off. No, seriously, but for real, this is really good that we're all doing this together. And again, when I first got on here and I start seeing these comments pop up, you guys are awesome just for engaging, because again, this is a two-way street and we need to hear from you in order to make sure you have everything you need. So with that,
Thank you guys. We'll see you next week, and we'll see you at Shreveport the following week, right?
yeah,
That's right.
week after next, you guys will be in Shreveport and we'll have a party.
Maybe we do the live stream straight from the show.
I've already thought about that. I think that's what we're going to do.
All right. That sounds fun.
Well, it depends on the Wi-Fi, so we'll see.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, the Wi-Fi may get shot before it gets into the convention center. I'm just joking. It's perfectly fine here. Everything's just fine. Everything's burning behind me. No, seriously, guys. Last words. Not last words. Gee whiz. Closing words. Does anybody have any good closing words? You have a good joke? You have something that's been entertaining you in your life? Give us something personal, Okie or Cole.
Something personal.
Man, I was supposed to get ready for something like this.
You don't have to get ready to
Something
be
personal.
real. You're real because you're real. So just tell me something.
Did you do the giveaway? You did say you were doing the giveaway during the live stream. Did you do the giveaway?
What giveaway?
I was talking
The
about our
next one, right?
our next webinar next week
Yeah, okay.
on June
I
12th.
was just making sure. Just making sure.
Oh, we're bad at this.
This is horrible.
Man,
This could be
yeah.
another 55 minutes just figuring out.
I don't like being put on the spot. Well, we got 5 minutes to think about it. Okay, let's see. Let's think about it.
We're in song 2 of coreSTORE Update Live. So we need to figure this out.
Don't take
Oh,
wooden nickels. Anyone know
Do
what
what?
that means? Don't take wooden nickels. Does anyone know what that
Oh, I
means?
thought you said wooden pickles. I was so confused.
Oh, God.
We may be all eating wooden pickles here pretty soon. Hey, what does that mean, Okie? And we'll just leave on that since somebody failed.
Oh,
us.
I really don't know. My grandpa tells me that all the time. I was hoping someone knew.
If we only had these supercomputers that we carried around with us, that would be really cool. Guys, thank you so much. David Tree of Liberty
means
Defense.
don't be fooled or
not
cheated.
wooden
Wooden
nickels.
pickles too.
That's what Cole's heard.
Don't be fooled or cheated. Don't be taken in by something that appears valuable but isn't.
There you
Don't
go.
take wooden nickels.
And you did not do that for the past 56 minutes and 7 seconds. You actually got something out of this, everybody, I hope. We thank you so much for joining us. We can't wait to see you in the next one. We can't wait to see you in person week after next if you're going to be here. Is there anything else? Am I missing anything?
You know, stop by, say hi when we're at the show. Don't be scared. I know we're big personalities, but we're there to chat.
Hey, we're just as normal as you guys. I can't believe nobody said anything about my shirt.
Man, I was supposed to wear a different one. I completely forgot. I got me a
Nobody
retro
said
rifle shirt.
anything about my shirt, Cole. I'm talking about you.
I'm sorry. It is a good looking shirt. The last shirt was better, but this was a good too.
This
I
is
like
I got this is at the USS Alabama there in Mobile, Alabama. At
Nice.
the little museum thing. If you haven't been, you really need to check that out. It's really cool.
I'll wear my next one on the
Yeah.
next one.
I need to buy some more shirts, just to be honest with you. Thank you guys so much. I'm gonna stop wasting your time and get us out of here. If you guys don't have anything else, Colt or Okie, I think we'll. I'm
We'll see
sorry,
you guys
next
time.
Okie.
Be
Cool.
ready for the heat.
Get ready for the heat, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you in the next one.
coreSTORE, feel the force inside. coreSTORE, let your systems ride. Living loud, we lead the fight. coreSTORE's pushing through the night. Yeah. See the change.